The coaches, Keenan, Jacques Martin, Colin Campbell, Don McAdam, and Jacques Demers, shaking hands as the players will now do at center ice, and the Hawks will begin to think about the St. Louis Blues. As physical a series as you're going to get. They banged each other game in and game out. The Hawks coming in an underdog, but confident with that season record that they could get to the Red Wings, and they did. Of course, you know what it means to these fans in Chicago. They haven't seen a playoff series win in many years. Dirk Graham was a standout for Mike Keenan throughout this series. Wore the captaincy after he got it put on his chest. When Savard went down with injury around mid-season, when Savard returned, Graham kept it and has been their leader. Wayne Sutter scored a couple of big goals.
Steve Yzerman is skating over. He's going to have a word with Darren Pang. Hope we can get a shot of Yzerman and Pang at center ice. Darren Pang is going to be the best man at Steve Yzerman's wedding on June the 10th.
That's the two of them at the bottom of the
Brennan, there they are. That's a great scene. Stevie's telling him, I don't care what you do in the next round, just don't lose the ring.
Now, Yzerman just gave Pang his stick. It had to be as good a season it was for the captain. It had to be a tough year with all the off-ice problems that they had, and he, of course, being the spokesman for the hockey club, had to field a lot of that pressure with the press and deal with that, as well as scoring 150-plus points.
The fourth and didn't know they would be in the postseason play until the final game of the season, and overtime have pulled two upsets, beating the first place Detroit Red Wings and second place St. Louis. And the Hawks will to meet the regular season champion Calgary Flames. That series beginning on Tuesday night in Calgary, game 1. Celebrate Chevrier, the Blues see their season come to an end, but Chevrier with all sorts of congratulations from all the and as now the teams line up for the ceremonial handshakes. Mike Keenan congratulating Greg Millen, who was nearly unbeatable in 4 games building in the regular. Millen had 2 shutouts against the Hawks, and Hawks only scored 4 total goals against St. Louis, but that in this rink in the 4 games. But that washed out season in this series, 4 games to, and the handshakes continue this series very often, and at times by chipping whistles, but the mutual admiration shown back and forth, gave it all they had, and the Blackhawks again ranked the surprise of the playoffs for 1980, advancing to semi, and the handshake ceremony starting to wind down. Greg Millen, the last man in line for the Blues, and every Hawk player has been very congratulatory. Oh, they should be.
Mike.
Meanwhile, here in the third period, the final totals, the Hawks had 10 shots, the Blues had 9. The totals for the game, 35-21, favoring Chicago. Goal of the period, Steve Thomas with his second playoff goal from Adam Creighton and Steve Larmer at 8:23 to put the icing on the cake for the Blackhawks hard and hugging one now, and an emotional sort of situation for both sides as the Blues see their season come to an end, but the Chicago Blackhawks have moved on. The Cup semifinal, Chicago fans the Hawks as they head off the ice here after winning the series 4-1.
And the Campbell Conference Bowl will be presented to the Calgary Flames. For most of the season, Terry Crisp stuck with 4 lines. He really didn't alter that format in the playoffs, and I think that was one of the big differences.
Well, he's done that the whole year. And Calgary has been relatively injury-free. They have had consistent performances out of almost every player. And Terry Crisp's decision, long before this season started, to go with 4 lines, now might become a factor in the finals. If they play Montreal, they're running into another 4-line team. If they play Philadelphia, they may have that edge for one more round.
And you can rest assured that the Calgary Flames are hoping right now that that Montreal-Philadelphia series does go 7 games.
But one of the secrets to winning the Stanley Cup is not to have to play 6 and 7 games to get to the next round the whole way through. And although the Flames forgot about that for the first round of the playoffs, they've been reminded of it. And they've reminded their opponents of it. There's the Campbell Bowl. It's going to be presented by Gil Stein, the legal counsel for the National Hockey League. And this is a small step toward a big step for the Stanley Cup.
While Terry Crisp is standing by down at ice level with Steve Armitage.
Terry Crisp is shaking the hands of some members of the Chicago Blackhawks, offering them commiserations on a great series, a hard-fought series. Terry, a tremendous nail-biting third period for both you and the Flames.
You got to give Chicago so much credit. They come in here to our building where we've had a lot of success this year, and they took us right again to the wire. They give up nothing. They nullified our power play totally all night long. And Mike Keenan and McGuire and Jacques Martin, they had their club playing very good hockey, and they come on in the second half, and Chicago can be very, very proud of their hockey club.
Terry, I thought you had the jump in the first period. The club seemed to go to sleep in the tail end of the first and the second.
Probably Chicago took the momentum away from us when they killed out that 5-minute major we had. They really took it to us. We did absolutely nothing on it, which we'll have to correct, mind you. But I give Chicago credit. They took the momentum, turned it against us, and it was a credit to them, not a lack of us.
Did you expect this kind of a series from Chicago, honestly?
Yes, we did. We felt we were going to be right back into a series very similar to the Vancouver series. We knew they had turned it around the last half of their season. They didn't just sneak into the playoffs. They worked hard to get there and showed a lot of people that they've got a lot of character on that hockey club.